No, why are you leaving? Play one round. Alright. Is that like a drug thing? Alright, take you after dark.
Alright, here we are.
Alright, so like,
you were impressed by mediocre's
impressed is an overstatement. I wasn't impressed. I was just like, I was surprised that they won some of the games they won, and they did a good job.
Strong. I think Lucas.
Yeah, Lucas Gaethje for once in a lifetime has shown up.
Yeah, he's very good. He's very strong,
and he sure has the trash talking mouth for it as well.
That's right. He's got what he needs. What are your other thoughts on
super happy to see Full Snail not fucking crumble for once, and
hey, we do fine. We do fine.
You don't win enough, and so it's great to see Full Snail
I think we learned anything about tonight is that I was the weak link, and Full Snail was like my ledge guarding was just not strong enough, and my warrioring not strong enough to carry the team. So now
ledge guard shouldn't have to be strong enough to carry the team because carrying is for offensive people, and we're not.
I'm just saying, now that we have Richard, we were in control of that game.
Tiana, you suck. And also, yes, I hope you realize that T is an integral part of the team that needs to be there.
I think we always have thought that. Although I would point out that when Tiana wasn't there, we did take a game off of low tier, which not everybody
was
did.
I there during that?
Although low tier was surprisingly bad on the day map today, I thought it was very strange. Like
I have never seen a worse team on the day map.
They're a really strong team, and for whatever reason, they were losing to like teams that they just crushed on the other maps. They were losing games on the day map. So I don't know what that's about. That was very strange.
Who knows, Charles? Honestly, who?
No one knows.
So now let's shift the topic to something very important.
Okay.
KQ physics, alright?
Okay, alright, we're going to talk about physics?
Physics. So we had some crazy KQ physics tonight. And by crazy, I mean in the glory match, it was just like, oh, you didn't die there, you should have died there. We were talking about how you should have either a MS or more aptly a BS in KQ physics. If you're
Bachelor's of Science in KQ physics. I like it. But only Full Snail could get those out. We're the only accredited team.
Accredited KQ University?
Yeah, exactly. We're going to start a farm team that we call the agricultural department, actually.
You're not.
That's our plan.
Oh, that led...
We're not too far off from having a lot of, like, if Addy starts coming out regularly...
I don't know. I don't hear anyone clamoring to join Full Snail. Let me tell you.
I don't know. We got a lot of people on there now.
It's because you kind of like... Didn't you like make Missy come to Killer Queen?
No, Missy wants to learn and get good. She left, but she's getting really good. I'm really happy with her progress. But yeah, she wanted to learn the game, and we've been training on Thursdays. Carissa's been training with us.
This time it's more legit than that.
That might be right. Although Blue is losing right now.
Alright, so what else? What were some hot moments from today?
Well, I think everyone felt like Low 2 was a bit of a super team.
But they weren't that good. Like, they were good, like, surprisingly not crazy. Like, they didn't crush anybody,
I think, once again, what's surprising is Brian Wong, who's a very, very good all-around player, is not as strong a queen as maybe you would expect. What's that?
He wasn't queening for those.
I thought he was queening every game but the first game, right? I thought it was Mustafa.
Mustafa the whole.
Well, never mind then.
Mustafa was just playing not
at his peak. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Why isn't Brian Wong queen? He prefers to be a speed soul.
Who cares? More aptly.
I bumped Brian Wong out of his speed gate a few times. That was fun.
Nice. That's a classic what we do to team move. So
yes. How do we feel about Google?
They're fine. They keep coming. And they're gonna get better.
I think actually they have some.
I think getting good is an understatement. It takes a long. It's a long time. It takes a long time to get good.
I was impressed.
I'm still not good. I'm still waiting to get good. All right.
Obviously, you are not good, but
obviously, I'm a garbage human being and player.
Domish considers you the best ledge guard in the city.
I know, he said that earlier today, and I was like, okay,
you
whatever.
may have been trying to build up your confidence. You're playing for his team, right?
Oh God, hopefully not forever, because Dominic, if you're listening to this, we've already talked about what happened tonight. But yeah,
Dominic, forever in search of the queen.
Yeah,
forever alone, the forever alone queen.
Yeah, it was fine. We each had a really bad game tonight. Each person on the team had like one game where we were playing, which is bad. Why couldn't we have all had our bad game together, right?
I don't know. It seems like that would have been better.
Yeah. But we didn't do horribly. But we lost to that mediocre team, and like they're new, and that's gonna happen.
Some of them are new. They had some very experienced players.
We say that all the time when like it's like a team of people who are like.
No, they did. They had
said that on the Google team the first time they came.
They had a couple of experienced players that were subbing in. Experience counts for something.
I guess, but yeah, back to the get good talk. It takes a while to get good. Yeah, they're getting better.
I was really impressed with their ledge guard tonight. I thought I saw some very good moves.
It was Ahmad. Ahmad was doing amazing.
Yeah, Ahmad was doing a great job. Ahmad's great.
Yeah, Ahmad.
I don't think we knew that. Did we know that before tonight? That he was such a good ledge guard?
Hold on, hi Kenny. I'm gonna actually play so you can talk.
All right. I gotta get. Where's Kevin? How you doing, Kenny? Yeah. What are you up to these days? Come talk on the mic with me. So Kenny, you're one of our newer players. How do you like KQ?
I suck so far.
That's all right. It takes a while to get good. What's your position? What are you playing?
I play runner.
Yeah.
Usually, that's usually my best play. I mean, I can do more to support the team. I can't just be running berries all the whole entire time. I need to mix it up. Yeah. Be unexpected plays. I just focus on one thing. They know where I'm gonna go. I mean, it might sound like a little bit of a. Kind of, I don't know how to explain it, but I think I need to mix up my knowledge of certain.
Yeah, bear running can be tough, right? I mean, a lot of it is about doing the thing that the ledge guard doesn't expect, being in the place with it, because you are very weak, right? And if you make one mistake, you're dead. But luckily, when you die, it doesn't matter as much as when other units die. But yeah, bear running can be hard. It can be a real challenge, but it's fun. I like it. I enjoyed bear running tonight for the first time in a long time.
That's what you were doing the whole time?
Well, except in the early games where I played Speed Warrior, which was a total mess. But I did my best. So.
Yeah, so you were very excited at the last berry.
Yeah, I was very excited. Oh, you were excited. You got the last berry.
No. The last game you played was a boy match.
Oh yeah, I popped off. I don't usually get that excited except when I'm berry running.
That's Kenny excited.
Yeah, I was pretty hyped.
That was cool though.
Those were good games. Those were really good games. I'm very excited by how well we did.
Probably actually just like I don't know how many times already. Who made the game?
Josh DeBonis and Nick Mikros, two local developers. They're here actually a lot. They play on Garbage Snail Kids.
Nice.
Yeah, so they come out and they support their game.
Nice, cool. Hey, I need to ask them why bees?
I don't know. You'd have to ask Nick and Josh. I think that it was just like so the original field game was about bees and queens and that sort of thing, but it was like for a ton of people. So because everyone was like swarming around, they went with the bee theme. Yeah. But then when they translated it into a digital game and it was fewer people, they just stuck with that theme, even though it maybe made less sense for a game that doesn't have tons and tons of people.
What is ever going to be a Killer Queen 2?
Oh, Super Killer Queen. I don't think so. I think they'll probably just keep updating. It'll be like League of Legends, right? There's not going to be a League of Legends 2. They're just going to slowly update it, and it's going to get bigger and bigger as time goes on.
And eventually in the future, at least, because I already, and for some reason when I was going at the first, last Friday, I already had a lot of ideas for number 2. Yeah? But I'm probably not going to be around for that. I'll probably got some other things going on.
Oh yeah, all right, fair enough. Yeah, Killer Queen's great because once you have, it's easy to come up with ideas for. Yeah, everybody's got like, oh, I wanted this map, blah, blah, blah. So, and I think it's great that Nick and Josh are pretty responsive. So if you have ideas, you should tell them. They're pretty excited to hear what people think about the game and what they want in it and that sort of thing. So you should let them know what your ideas are.
No, this one's perfect. No,
yeah.
This is perfect.
Yeah, you just for the second one, you just.
Second one.
Yeah.
I would say the Queen should get some person just flying around, just dominant people.
Yeah.
That was sweet.
That was pretty good. Yeah, right now Stove is doing some amazing work up against Brian Kang on the blue team.
Yes.
Here in these friendlies after the main matches.
Smart, he's getting rid of the berries.
Oh, very nice pincer there with Daphne and Stovin. Very, very nice.
So how's life so far?
So far, it's great. I've only been doing it for about 33 years. But those 33 years have been pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, so things are good.
Hey, your wife was playing.
What's that?
Your wife was playing. She's pretty good too.
Yeah, Addie's great. Addie's been playing for a very long time. She can't make it out to 5v5 very often because she works on weekends and late at night. But yeah, she's actually she's one of the original Full Snail members. She used to be on Full Snail University as a berry runner. She's very good.
Yeah, but life got in the way.
Life gets in the way, yeah. I mean, she was really excited to come out tonight, and she had a great time, and she's going to hopefully try to come out a little bit more often now that she has a little bit of a gap in her work schedule. So hopefully Fridays will be a little easier. Oh, big clear there by Stovin.
Well done. That was one of them.
Let's have Andrew go on. Andrew, come on. I'm gonna switch Andrew on, Kenny. Thanks for joining us. All right, Andrew. We're doing Killer Queen after hours here.
Fantastic.
I'd like to talk to everyone who's playing, get their thoughts on it. How do you feel about the night? So we're talking to Andrew, Queen for the Googlers.
Yeah.
The Google team for TAMN.
Yeah. So we came out. We were hoping to win at least one game.
Yeah.
And we got really close. First match, we were super psyched. First match we lost 2-0, but we were really close. We were really happy.
Games. Yeah, the score doesn't tell you everything.
Right. We did pull off a game. We were really excited.
Nice.
But my second game, I really was not feeling it. I kind of just threw the whole thing away. So we switched out, put on Queen for the next one. He pulled off a game as well, but he kind of shot his arm. So he switched me back in.
Queening is hard. It's like you're much heavier than the other units, and like you have to tap faster and harder.
I was talking to BK, and he was like, "Yeah, it's not about tapping hard. It's about tapping quick. Tap lightly, but tap quickly." So learn something every time I come out.
So tell us about Killer Queen at Google. What's it like?
So the scene is still developing.
Okay.
A lot of people just kind of walk by, see people playing, like, hey, what's this? Spend like 20 minutes helping them figure out what's going on.
And then they're like, I have actual work to do, guys. I gotta go.
So the thing that I was running is probably done by now, so I'm gonna go back and check. But there's a few of us who've really kind of jumped into it. You saw a few of us today, Sam, Prashant, trying to get Ray involved, Rachel.
Rachel, she was your berry runner?
Yeah.
She was just a great berry runner. I was very impressed.
Yeah, she was really killing it.
She's got great instincts for it.
We were kind of like, well, we haven't really played that much with you, so we really want to see, like, you could be the dark horse, because we all know that we're already pretty bad.
Right.
So you could be like an amazing berry runner. We have no idea.
And
she really showed up.
Great.
But we're starting to pull some of the strategies from here to kind of help mature the scene. But we kind of want to see what the Googlers come up with. With their own, with their own ideas.
Yeah, I'm excited. How many folks do you think you have at Google play right now? So there's Sarah. Sarah, we know.
Sarah was the one that really got us to
Sarah has showed up. Sarah and her husband Brian have been showing up to Fight Advice for a while now, and she's very good. She's a great warrior, great runner. Now trying to Queen. We're sorry we missed her today.
She's in the Bahamas.
Okay, that's a good excuse. That's an excellent excuse.
Yeah, I asked her. I was like, no, but Killer Queen is more important than the Bahamas. Why aren't you coming
The
back
Bahamas are going to be there forever. But Killer Queen only happens once a week.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for us it's a different story.
Right. Yeah, you guys have access to it all then.
But we have about 10 people who will consistently play.
Excellent.
So if we can get everyone to line up at the same time, we can get some good competitive games going. Cool. But the machine's taken a beating a little bit. We don't know what's going on, but we've had to do some maintenance on the Queen joystick. We've had to repair the abs gold. Can't go left right now. So we're running
Have you taken the gate off?
Yeah, we've taken the gate off. We've moved a few pieces around to try and fix stuff. But it's not. We're not really sure. So we've been talking a little bit to the creators.
Yeah,
They
hopefully
came
they'll
in,
get in there and prepare
check
it.
some tapping stuff.
Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of these the parts in these machines just aren't as quality as you'd want them to be.
Yeah, but they keep iterating, keep making it better.
Yeah.
And so, Google Chicago, I think, is picking up a machine.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
so,
wow, that's exciting.
Yeah, so that'll be a
We have
really
the
good addition.
intra Google league.
Yeah, well, the first thing we said was, well, what kind of latency can the machines take? Can we hook up a connection between these two?
Oh God, that would be amazing.
yeah,
I'm
so
sure
we-
Nick and Josh would love if you wrote the Nick code for them.
Well, they were like, well, we really kind of want to keep the kind of, in-person, 5-on-5, all 10 people face-to-face kind of feel. And I can definitely appreciate that. It's hard to find good games that you can really sit down with
Yeah.
and play,
So you got about 10 people. Do you have like a regular night that you all practice, or
Not quite yet.
just sort of come together whenever you can?
Yeah, I tried to set up a list, set up some teams inside. We had 23 people sign up for joining teams or as free agents. The next step I took was just to see what nights can we play. We had a few people fill it out. It looks like there's about 10 people every night that can play.
Oh wow.
So really, we can just pick a night and say, hey, everybody who can make it, show up, and we'll do a game.
Yeah, one of the things that we ended up the only reason we've gotten as far as we did, because I just chose Friday. We're like, well, Fridays, we're just going to do it every Friday. And it turns out if you just pick a day and do it every week, you start to accrue people. It's like you're not advertising, you're not it's just something that happens all the time. Eventually, people kind of wander into it enough, and then now we have this nice scene where people are bringing in new people and that sort of thing. So.
Yeah, our machine is set to the default league night time, so Monday at 7. I've never actually been there Monday at 7 , so maybe there's a crew that shows up.
There's a secret
They're
Google crew that you don't know about?
Yeah, they're like, are we supposed to play now? I don't know how to play, but
that would be amazing.
Yeah, so maybe I'll go Monday night and see what's going on.
That would be great. Yeah. The league night thing is so funny. I mean, so much of the infrastructure of Killer Queen was kind of put in place because of the Chicago scene, the way that Chicago did it.
Yeah.
But we don't do league nights on Mondays, and yet all of our machines say that. We practice on Wednesdays, and we have tournaments on Fridays. But So, but it's good. Well, we're really happy to have you all. You guys have been looking really impressive.
It's been a lot of fun being everybody here.
Well, yeah, we're very excited that you all come out on Friday.
Yeah. So we'll have to go see if we can't get the Kickstarter people back. So we can
Oh
have a
God,
little Google versus Kickstarter.
people. I would love if Kickstarter kept playing. I think they're still really salty from their loss at their own tournament.
Well, I haven't met with them yet, so maybe I'll have to meet with them.
They're great folks. They're really great folks. But I think we will. The first Kickstarter tournament, they went in thinking that they were the best, and then it turned out that they were the third best. They were
out of how many?
Out of 16.
Okay,
so you think that's totally decent.
That's not bad, yeah.
But they were. We haven't heard from them since.
I mean, we probably got second to last, but I'll probably be back.
Yeah, well, you guys are on the story I always like to tell about Billy Witch Doctor.
Oh,
BillyWitchDoctor.com came. They just started showing up, having fun, and they were usually at the bottom, right? And they just kept coming, they kept working, and now some of the strongest players in the scene are from Billy Witch Doctor.
Yeah, no, whenever the
Super
first times
impressive.
I came, I saw Billy Witch Doctor, I was like, man, this is one of the really good teams.
Yeah.
One of the solid teams here. And they told me their story, and I was like, what the fuck? I have no idea.
Yeah. I mean, it's impressive. You keep you keep working at it and you get better. Yeah. It doesn't take all the time. Just come once a week and you'll slowly get better and better.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the issues with the Google scene right now. Is, we keep playing and working on stuff, but people just switch roles all the time.
Yeah.
So we don't have people that are really dedicated to ledge guarding, speed warrior, queening. So
That's good for the start.
Yeah.
You want a sort of everyone to sort of have fun and try different things.
Yeah.
Figure out what they're good at.
Yeah. But I enjoy queening. I just don't have the strategy there yet. So
Queening is so hard. I mean, it's a combination of awareness and aggression. And, it's a very subtle art.
Yeah.
But you should talk to BK, Brian Kang. That's one of the best that New York's ever produced. So
yeah. Well, he
knows how to do it well.
He showed me that he's one of the best.
Yes. He did.
We peeled one game off him, so I'm very happy about that.
Good.
The rest of the games,
very
not as great.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, thanks for joining.
Yeah,
This
cool.
was great. We'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Awesome.
See ya.
You have to find a real team name at some point.
Well, we'll fill out a Google form or something.
Right, yeah.
Push it around. See what wins.
All right. Just do it by consensus. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
All right, Brian Wong. KQ After Hours.
Excellent. I love it.
How you feeling? Oh, Kevin. Kevin's good. I thought you were still
I am
playing.
so salty.
Yeah. How do you all feel about?
I don't know. I feel like I should have queened. I feel like I could have played a better warrior. I don't know. It wasn't my fault though.
Why we know? Wait.
wasn't your
It's my
fault.
fault.
Is
It's
that
not
what
my
you
fault.
said?
You said you didn't want to quit.
Whose fault
Yeah, okay.
was it?
No, actually,
Whose fault
okay.
was it?
Okay, you can glue it all you want, Charles, but I'll just have you know I won the last 7, like since February. I think I've won or been in the finals for every single one that I've been to. So
Yeah, it's true. You have a lot of really good friends. I'm glad they drag you up.
Right, I know he's not getting a gate next week. I know he's not getting a gate next week.
Yeah, I know. Charles.
His name rhymes with bad. His name is Charles. But we'll see.
Well, yeah. So how do you? Well, you had a good night though. You
fun.
you almost swept.
It was pretty good. Dicking around was fun. Up until dicking around was pretty great. Did you catch our antics?
So stupid.
Did you catch our antics?
No, I did not.
So was it against Twin Needle?
Against 2 matches. It was like some scrub teams. It was Twin Needle and I don't know if I'm close enough.
Yeah. So every time the queen died, we just switched over.
We switched queens.
Oh yeah, I saw
We rolled.
that.
So it was Moose and then Brian and then me.
Yeah. And then we didn't feel like having Kevin be the clutch queen, so
Exactly.
we switched it. And so we
Bad
stopped us
idea.
running
Wow.
berries. But I mean, we still swept those games, so I
Yeah,
don't know.
can
This
say
was a lot
but
for.
I don't wanna-
It was kind of bad. There should be a higher skill cap between the. Not higher skill cap. There should be less of a gap between the good players and the worst players. But I don't want to take the time to teach people. Brian, I leave that to Brian Kang, Tiana, and not even Andrew. Andrew doesn't touch people. Ray kind of he takes people under his wing. He doesn't teach people.
So what do you? So Kevin, what's your analysis of tonight? It was all right.
I mean, FSC finally gets their dream.
Oh yeah, have fun.
Yeah, we were very excited.
gonna stay there for long,
Richard's gonna be. I don't know. If we keep winning, he might. He
Did you
might
have 7
stay.
people tonight, or did Missy go on someone else's?
No, like I said,
Missy was on.
she was on DK's team.
Yeah, BK.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like a cluster bag of like 7 people like waiting.
No. We usually. I mean, if Addie starts coming regularly, we're gonna be at 8, 6 or 8. So we might start a farm team or something like that, like Mediocre always wanted.
New Billy Witch.
The new Billy Witch, yeah.
I'm probably gonna queen next week. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah?
Yeah, I want to
I'm his
queen.
first
Okay.
One of them.
All right. Fair
So-
enough. Well, we were excited going into those final matches.
Yeah, I'm sure you were. It was pretty good. It was pretty fun. It wasn't bad. They weren't bad matches.
Here's my question.
All right.
Clearly, your team's very, very strong,
Okay.
but you seem surprisingly weak on the day map. Like, you know,
I need to watch
you
your
put
matches.
on, like you pushed us
Yeah, then we
on
lost.
the other 2 maps, but on day map it felt like we were always really in control. And then I saw you lose games to teams that were much. Now maybe you were fucking around a little,
Okay.
but it did seem like when you dropped games, they were usually on day and not on dusk or night. Is that just because like you
Well, it depends who was
came
queening.
alive if you lost
Who was
on
queening?
nights?
Who was queening those?
I don't know. I
nights?
didn't know.
You mean you're talking about throughout the entire night, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, well, in my
It
experience,
seems like when you drop games, it was on day. It was
My-
never like on dusk.
if I dropped
The
on
other team
day, I
coming.
feel like I was probably dicking around. Or something, or Moose is sticking around, or so one of us is sticking around because like it's first match, you have a whole set, you're like, I have a game to lose, I have a game to play with. If I die, it's all right. We can crush the other team, and we just won the next 2. Usually that's what happens. I don't feel like
So is your current squad staying together? Are you guys gonna come back for next week?
if it stays together, I'll be queening for sure. Yeah, because I'm going to queen. I need
What's
to
the
queen.
likelihood that it stays together?
Depends on
Kevin,
why.
are you're
Brian
sticking?
Wong.
All right.
I'm with Brian Wong.
Kevin and Brian Wong are gonna be the core.
And then maybe Wyatt. I don't know if Wyatt's spoken for yet. Maybe Mustafa if he doesn't have a team. Maybe we might stay together honestly.
Yeah.
But just like rotate it around.
That
a
would be
bit.
pretty strong.
Yeah, it'll be fun. I'm excited to. Why did Mediocre play together again? Like I just looked over and like
It wasn't
Mediocre
really
played.
mediocre. It was like 2 people from mediocre.
Okay, that's true. Yeah,
Justin, who's like a mediocre sub-in.
there's the bad habit of
And,
many casters to call 3 players the entire team. I'm not sure if you noticed this, but some commentators who shall remain unnamed have a common.
I think he's talking about you,
saying.
Kevin.
I'm kind of saying where there's like if 3 players just say like like meaningful choices like Brian Kang, me, and some other random person. Oh, the shadow of meaningful choices. I seem to hear that a lot coming from some of the commentators.
Well,
Not
it's
sure
true.
who they were.
I mean, if you've got the majority of a team
3 people.
on a team, that's a pretty
right.
good chunk of another team. There are teams that sometimes we've had teams that only have 3 players, and then they just bring on 2 free agents.
Yeah, we're like 2 bots. It's called bots. Yeah, Twin Needle.
Twin Needle, yeah.
Essentially.
And Twin Needle is kind of Twin Needle is really just Ray and whoever Ray's playing.
That's true.
Ray and 3.
Hooray, whoever. Twin Needle.
That's
Twin
true.
Needle's
Yes,
right.
that's true. Yeah.
There are definitely some players that just emit their aura of their team. Like they carry they carry the mantra, the banner of their team. It's banner saga.
Anytime you and Brian Kang are playing on the same team, people are going to bring up these persons.
Yeah.
But that's also because you guys play together so
We don't actually play together that much. Most like the last time we played together, like major tournaments basically, and then like.
All of the weeks leading up to the coronation, which weren't that long.
Well, that was
ago.
because that was like fine. That was a month, or 2 weeks, 2 weeks. 3
So
weeks.
fairly often, I think.
Well, that's more a tournament. That's more a
No,
tournament.
it's about like 2 months out of a year. It's like
a
you
year.
see Brian, both Brian's together. Or just for like a coronation.
You know a tournament's coming up. With Brian stand up on the stage.
He gets me. I like playing for Brian Kang. When I say gate control, he actually knows what to do.
Yeah, and they consistently field for new players. It's just like, okay, who's gonna be really good? Oh, someone from Google, great.
Yeah. Scouting's good.
Oh, I wonder where Sarah was. I
She's on a cruise tonight.
Sarah's in the Bahamas.
She's literally in Atlantis. Like they had a Facebook post about her in Atlantis tonight.
She was here. I would play for her. She's really good.
She is good.
fun.
But she wants the queen.
I don't care. You would have played for her.
No.
Wow.
I mean, no, I don't mind playing with her, but I want a queen, which is the point. So if she's queening,
We
obviously
weren't
I'll play with
queening
her.
tonight. Why weren't you queening tonight if you wanted to?
I need to kill Tiana. I didn't trust myself to kill Tiana. Honestly, it's like, okay, people don't know how to play against
Did
Tiana.
you kill Tiana very often?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because,
Actually, not
Why did we still win?
because the rest of the team and we lost a lot of our warriors are more expensive because it took a lot longer to get our warriors out. And like, I don't know if Mustafa has good gate control or not. I need to rewatch the videos. But I feel like he runs away a lot from the gates and says, "Oh man, like they're about to get me." I'm like, well, you need to hold on and actually hold the gates and like either kill a warrior when they go down, because like each time you get a gate, you have a 1 second window for the other person to be there, and that 1 second window can be interrupted by either the other queen or the other warrior. And if the other warrior goes, which is usually what happens, you have to kill that warrior and slowly keep repeating the process until you have enough like time to get some warriors out. And
It's
that's
hard.
like,
It's hard to.
You can watch me do
see
it.
how Mustafa feels about this, but
you can watch me do it against last week.
it's hard to do that to a speed warrior, though. I
Right,
mean,
but I killed.
typically-
Okay, so like last week we were on the heel against Aaron's team and Tiana. I was the queen and we had no warriors and we were down on berries. I was like, all right, I need to like actually hold this gate and make a play. So I had to kill Tiana. My only winning condition was killing Tiana and then killing Aaron, hold the gate and then go ledge guard, and that's exactly what I did. And then we can see the game speeds run exactly what happens. I don't know if you rewatch baits. I rewatch baits all the time.
When I die, that's usually why I die, because I'm trying to fight for a game. Like, there was that one time when you were like, hold it, right? I tried to hold the gate. The thing is, I'm looking at, there was like 2 warriors there, like Andrew was coming down, so there's like 3 people there I'm watching. I didn't see the little worker, which was you, coming toward the gate, so I'm like, alright, let me go get another gate. What I'll normally do, I'll fly around, I'll tag a few different gates. Eventually, I'll either make a play and kill one of them, or like, I'll wrap around and do this weird flight pattern where they'll be stuck. I'll have like a gate that's fairly safe to do that with other people. So that's more or less what I was doing.
I do
flying
need to rewatch baits. I do need to.
it's like, it's hard. Like, when I'm fighting, look, these are some great warriors, right? And that's why I died. Like, I was trying to win them, and it's hard.
True, Tiana's very dangerous. Richard is also very dangerous. I was on the snail. I had no idea what was
It's like,
going on.
sometimes I move around because I put myself in a super
I think I did bump you once.
Yeah,
I did grab your foot. I grabbed your foot, and you dragged you down somehow just a little.
Okay. Yeah.
That was.
Props for having a single warrior bump out the speed warrior. Me, my speed. That was
Me?
I don't know, whoever was that, whoever made it, yeah, that's probably you. And like, no one, like,
I didn't stop
So
you all
Brian
the time.
Kang-
I only
yeah.
stopped you really once.
it was
and then
twice on
I
day, but
delayed
one of them was
it
day
twice.
map and one of them was 2. And that delay is important because what Brian Kang does, like, he is aware of that, and like, we have a system for that. I'm like, speed. And like, we have like, I guess that's why we're synergy. We're just like say one word, and we know what to say. I like speed, and like, normal position will be defending that speed gate. and,
Oh, yeah, no,
posturing
yeah.
under the hive. And then he returns and kills the one guy that's like flipping me out and like return, while still like zoning out the other person. And like I'm aware of that too, but I'm not sure. Staff has seen that before. Like no one ever does something against Daphne or once, so it's like no one's ever
We
done
bounce Daphne out all the time.
Not in their day map on stream.
Oh yeah, that's when I first started doing it.
That's what like,
Okay.
Against,
Well, that's
so
what.
afraid of Daphne.
Yeah, because no one ever changes it. So
Yeah, but it's like so easy to keep Daphne out.
The way
yeah,
we
Daphne's
do it-
kind of easy. Daphne's easy to get
The
out.
theory behind it, the way we do it is that I just have to be there for like 5 seconds.
Yeah,
And then by that
Well,
time,
it's
the
a
ledge
good
guard is
setup.
in place and they can put pressure
Yeah.
on.
that's fine. So like,
So yeah,
I'm
if
not
the
into
queen
it.
doesn't turn around, I'm gonna leave anyway.
Yeah, that's fine.
But,
Let's go with theory.
but it doesn't work always. Sometimes you bounce me out, but it's usually if we're going stale, it's a fine
It's
gambit
enough,
because
it's enough.
you don't need to like.
Yeah.
Moving stale right off the bat is good, but sometimes you can delay it and it's still okay.
I'll get a rewatch base.
It's a new sale too, so it doesn't matter. It's a new sale anyway, so it doesn't matter. Like, it
The
doesn't
new
matter
stale
what
is
you do.
coming is gonna be crazy. Really crazy. If
pretty
it
strong.
if it holds its charge when you jump off, it's gonna be unstoppable. I feel like it's a little too strong. There were a lot of times tonight where I was like jumping around a warrior, like a warrior was coming out, I would jump around and land on the snail and keep going. Like not against everybody, but against. And
Oh, I
like,
forgot to keep
if
the
that
colors.
if I was jumping around and back on and I was still at the same speed and gaining it, that's gonna be very very bad.
That's game breaking.
Yeah, I wonder if it's gonna be too strong. I told Nick and Josh that like the snail is now viable. If you make it even more viable, it's gonna end up being the only
Too
way.
viable.
Yeah, it's like it's gonna overpower everything else.
We'll see. I feel like there's not enough. Okay, so the stuff snail, or to have a good snail, you need to have 3 good warriors, right? And then like one like good who knows how to snail.
Yeah.
But if you get stopped by like another team that has more warriors, then it's a whole like game of like trying to do it. But like no, there's no 2 teams that have enough warriors to do that to like ever have a good battle with like snails. It's all too diffused across multiple teams.
Yeah, I mean, I think the power of the snail, right? And I agree, right? You can totally like the thing about the snail is that it's a high risk strategy.
Right.
If it gets shut down, you're really screwed because you barely have a win condition.
Right.
But if you can like get it out, the thing is, like for me, the thing I like about it is that even if the other team is taking it from you, as you inch forward, it becomes more and more of an emergency.
Yeah, and then after a certain point, it triggers the we must stop snail.
Yeah.
And they have to devote resources to it. So yeah, I like that too. I like snail.
But I mean, the meta's gonna evolve to a point where it's just like, it's at that certain point where like no one's gonna say, oh, you just stop it. Like, it's gonna be a really good warrior that just like stops it immediately. And, like,
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's just like, you don't need to write it back.
Well, but that's like the theory that like, well, eventually there'll be a perfect ledge guard, and econ's over. It's like, yeah, eventually these warriors will emerge, but right now we haven't seen any of them.
I mean, we haven't developed.
I don't know. Do you think how much better can ledge guarding possibly get?
Not much. It's pretty good right now.
Yeah, but it's just like if Richard doesn't let one berry in, like
No, you're gonna. Okay, so what ledge guarding is just getting another warrior. Like a good berry runner is the one that says I need a clear, and then you're the best berry runner in New York.
Correct.
So that's all you need to do is like after you request like submit a ledge, it's like I need a clear, and then like okay, you get a clear, and then you can start playing the 2v1 game where it's like one warrior and one berry runner versus the one warrior who has to leave the hive or he's gonna die.
Yep.
And then it's like all right, then there's no point. That's losing. You always lose that.
Yep.
So that's just how you do warriors, and you just have to time it well so that you waste as little time as possible between switching your striker between clearing and then like doing other
But
stuff.
theoretically, the same is true of the snail, right? That like a good snail guard should be waiting for a warrior to like sweep down to take out a snail,
Right.
and just counter it, right? I mean, like it's so vulnerable to sweep down on that snail, unless you have speed to get out. That as a rider, I'll just carry it forward, right?
Right,
Like,
so-
come for me, like I will die.
What are we arguing right now?
I think Kevin was saying that we might see a warrior emerge. That
Okay, yeah,
totally
that's not
shut
gonna
down.
happen. That's fine. That's gonna be super far away.
I don't know.
Cover worker's tape. It's fine. But like you can't use it as a strategy. It's
I don't
like
know, I still-
you're band-aid a situation. It's like, all right, just temporary fix while we get some ledge guards in place. It's like, just get them there. It's like we need to stop berries, like stop the flow of hemorrhage. Like, all right, we're bleeding out our anus too much. Just tape it up a little bit. We're good.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah, combat worker is not an
It's not an actual position. It's just
until the queen dies.
it's a position.
still the queen done.
All right, you can have him on your team then.
I've done some things. I've done some things.
That you're not proud of as drone warrior. But I mean, like,
I think combat workers. I mean, I think that like my feeling is just that not that combat worker itself is a position, but that like every berry runner needs to have a little bit more combat worker.
Yeah.
And, like I think watching Bumble Royale in the Coronation, the thing that I really admired was how much awareness that your team had, and how often people were just bumping. Right, if you were a berry runner,
right,
and someone was going into a gate, you bumped them out.
Yeah.
But like too many berry runners, I feel like get into this mindset of just getting back to the hive as fast as possible to wait for a clear, rather than spending 30 seconds of like, oh, I might or might not get this variant, but I can stop this warrior right now, or I can bump this warrior out of their position because they don't see me coming and right into a queen or something. You know,
yeah,
like,
exactly.
But it tends to be like the berry runners are really stubborn anyway.
what's that?
Berry runners are stubborn anyway.
Yeah, well, they're single-minded.
By the time people get good enough to do that, they just become a warrior. They just get promoted, so that's why you don't see a lot of that.
I guess so.
But like, there's also bad warriors that don't know how to do that when they're like, you'll see the warriors who's like, I need a gate, I need a gate. There's no gate found. Dick around like how that's chicken.
Something that I feel like FSU needs to work on is a little bit more of that awareness of like getting pincers when they're available.
Yeah.
We still fly away from pincers when we could get them. So.
That's annoying. It's annoying as a queen. It's annoying as when you see it. No one's happy. Definitely avoid some.
All right, so you all are sticking together for this is the core of the new. What do you call yourselves?
Yeah, I would run another way.
What are you called?
We're good.
I mean, I'll don't even mind warrior to be honest.
You want to play warrior? And you want to speed warrior? You want to practice warrior? No, that Andrew. Yeah. A while back, he said he wanted to like practice speed warrior. Get better at all roles.
Maybe FSU loses the queen.
Maybe FSU loses Andrew Doherty.
Yeah, then it becomes
Steps
really even.
Steps out. That would be really interesting. That would
wouldn't even be a team
I think
anymore.
Andrew was playing a little bit of ledge guard tonight. I appreciated that because he came out
what a campy
back after
motherfucker. What a
one
campy
game. Like,
motherfucker.
wow, night map is really hard to ledge guard on. I was like, yeah, see, it is. It's a complete nightmare.
Yeah, it's fine. It's a no.
Night map is definitely the hardest to ledge
It's a
guard.
no. That's why, yeah, it is. It is. Let's get okay. They're all okay. They're all fine. Let's get good.
All right.
I can
Well,
you're gonna turn off?
I think it's time to shut this thing down.
Wait, actually, I have one more topic.
Okay. Do you have topics you want to talk about, Brian Wong?
I heard you guys discussing shit-talking my tiers list last week. And I was like, all right, well, I did.
Shit-talking?
That's just talking. You're like, you're finding all the flaws. Like, I forgot some of them were like, yeah, like, clearly he's biased towards like flashy plays, and I'm like,
there's a lot of warrior presence on that.
There's a lot of warrior presence clearly because.
But you and I disagree on the relative value of a berry runner.
But the main thing I want to say, like, I did take into account the recency bias, which is, or like the thing that the bias that where it's like if you recall the recall.
Yeah.
So I did take into account where it's like it's not just people who make flashy plays, it's also people who are just like consistently good and they happen to make a lot of flashy plays.
No, that was not. I think that's our critique maybe.
Okay.
And you know we all have to be aware of our biases.
Right.
But I think my critique was much more that this sort of principled difference we have about the relative merits of warriors versus berry runners. That like I think I would take a kind of fantastic berry runner over, say, I would take a competent. I take a competent ledge guard if I could have a fantastic player.
Okay, and like a good like.
And I think you
spread it out. I disagree. I'd rather have just like two.
So I think the list shows that, right? That like there aren't a lot of berry runners on the top half of that list.
I think the highest is Zane.
Well, I mean,
he's okay.
If you're a warrior, I think like. If you're a warrior, you should be a competent berry runner.
Yeah, I think it's assumed where it's like you know how to juke as a warrior. If you like, as you know how to juke. If you're a warrior, you know how to juke as a berry runner because like so much of that spacing game is like incorporated as a warrior, just like taken into air.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and I think actually having ledge guard for a while made it easier for me to berry run tonight.
Yeah, you understand
knowing what the ledge guard.
You know that super basic ledge guard move where it's like go up, dive as a diagonal, and you're like, all right, wait for them to dive, jump over them, and again it's like, well, just got scrubbed out like a buster. So that's
a lot.
That's a classic move, and you're like, just get over that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, it was yeah. Well, so I think.
Anything else you want to say? Take what? See watch what?
Keanu, then Key and Peele.
Maybe not, but we'll see. But yes, anything you want to say after your hard-fought victory over me?
I think it was good. It was a good game. I'm really proud of my team. I think
Good job. Congrats.
we've got a pretty strong squad at this point. Hopefully, we can lure Richard onto the FSU permanently.
All right.
Very strong wedge guard.
Good stuff.
But yeah, they were good games altogether. Very
Yeah,
good
it was
games.
good. It was good.
I checked, and I believe the last 5v5 that Fullsnail took was in March. So we
That
could do.
that early? That I thought it was like way farther back.
Yeah, no, I think so. If I can go to my, oh no, it's not
Did you
here.
actually record the victories from last?
I recorded all of the games. Let's see.
That's cool. You're doing the whole
So
thing.
the last full snail. The last full snail. 9 teams. Yeah, 3-4. March 3rd. March 4th. And we beat the Rito girl.
Oh, nice.
That was
yeah,
Domish's team.
was that when I was on it?
No, yeah, there was a time at the beginning of the year that you weren't coming very much.
No, when I was on Full Snail.
Oh, no, I don't think you were on.
Yeah, you played on Full Snail one
Oh,
time
that
you
night?
won.
Wait, what is this?
Okay.
Oh,
Then there's
no, we
January.
did this.
Oh, this is what I do. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you should see my Excel.
I thought you made this,
That was
Brian.
no. You should see my Excel. That's not what Kevin showed you as well. Because you can see all the formulas and I have the analytics chart. It's actually much more impressive than the Google thing that Kevin made. I think you can. It's like color coded by like roles, so everything, and then like on the analytics you can see the team breakdown, and then it so it takes the average rank of all the players and gives you the prediction of what they are based on that. So it's like if your average score is like 10 or 15, then you're expected to place like 3rd out of the entire thing. And it gives you the actual placement, and then I do the if you're positive, if you did better than your prediction, then you got green, and if you did worse, then it's red.
We gotta make this public, man. We gotta let everyone see the data.
I'm trying to keep it private. I don't want it's valuable information against like the other scenes. So
Is it?
I
Are the
like
other
it.
scenes in it?
I don't know. No, they're not in it, but I want them to see it.
Fair enough. I don't think the other scenes worry about us enough to
Probably not. I don't really care.
try to data
One day.
mine. Try to data mine us. I agree. Look, I will.
I wanna data mine them.
I'm waiting for the day when New York can put a team up to take on Portland.
Oh, I'll be fine. I've been taking Portland.
I don't know. Portland's got some very, very strong players.
They do.
Right now, they're the team to beat, as far as I can tell.
Oh yeah, everyone hates them
Portland.
right now.
They're the scene to beat.
Is this still on recording?
Yes. This is KQ After Hours.
Dude, KQ After Hours is actually really entertaining.
The last victories for everyone.
Oh, nice. Good.
I don't give a shit about the game.
The last few
Right.
weeks.
Minimize and listen to you guys.
I like this column a lot.
Organizer. Well, I just, just.
Oh, that's a
just in
lot.
case. Well, we've been going for a year.
Hey, how come I've never hosted one?
I don't know. Why haven't you
I think the one
hosted?
that says Andrew.
You hosted the tournaments. You hosted. Oh, I don't have the draft in here. I should look up the draft and add this. These are just the normal.
Are we doing San
tournaments.
Francisco?
No, I
Oh
don't.
my god, I forgot about the Chinese.
I don't. I only keep track of our.
Nanner.
Guys, we're leaving for Canada.
I don't know. They sent me an email and then I never heard from them again. I hope so. I'd love to do a Kickstarter tournament. I can write with Crane.
We do have Google now.
It's true. Google Chicago's getting a gather too. Well, I think we maybe just got one.
That's the swing I'll swing you for Google.
They're going to a movie.
What's the movie right now?
I think so.
Cool. Thanks, Charles.
See y'all, absolutely. Okay, I think I will call it. I'll wrap it up then. Thanks everybody for tuning in. I guess to KQ After Hours. We're gonna try to keep doing this after 5v5 Fridays. It's fun to check in with all our players and talk to some of the new ones and analyze our games. But so yeah, if anyone likes this, go ahead and stick around after 5v5s. We'll be looking at chat in case there are any questions or any topics, and we'll see. All right, thanks for everyone for tuning in, and we will see you next week.